welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? My name is Lisa. Definitely make sure you subscribe. I'm finally doing a girl talk part 2. It's taking me very long because I kept postponing it, but I'm finally doing it today. I posted an Instagram story asking you guys to send me stuff to talk about. I think it's already been like a month ago, but I still have everything saved, so I'm going to be answering some of those questions. And I was thinking of maybe doing this once a month or maybe every other month, something like that. So yeah, definitely let me know what you think about that. If you also want to send in something for me to talk about or a question for me to answer, follow me on my Instagram. I will have a link down below. Whenever I'm going to film another part, I will post a story and you'll be able to send in your questions or topics to talk about. So do that. Also, by the way, I'm just going to make all of these anonymous because I do always say, like, if you want to be anonymous, let me know. But sometimes it doesn't fit into the question, so I think I'm just gonna make everyone anonymous just to be like safe. I have feelings for my ex and I think he has feelings for me. Should I ask him out? If he's your ex, I feel like you should probably just start the conversation. Like, I'm sure you're comfortable enough to talk about that since he is your ex and you guys have dated before. So I would honestly just bring it up, and you really don't have anything to lose because he's already your ex. Not even necessarily ask him out on a date, but maybe just be like, hey, let's go have lunch, like catch up, whatever, and kind of see how he reacts to it. Just go grab lunch or like coffee, or go, I don't know, go somewhere where you can actually talk. So not like the movies, more like a sit down eating drinks type of thing, and maybe just bring it up, or maybe just like feel it out, like how he's acting, and then just kind of bring it up, be like, hey, I miss you, you know, I still have feelings, because he's your ex. So I feel like you guys should have had this talk before, so I'm sure you're comfortable in that situation. I don't know, that's what I would do anyways, especially if you think he has feelings too. If he's kind of giving you those signs again, just try it out. You have nothing to lose. He's already your ex. I think I might have a toxic friendship. What should I do if I really love the other person? I would say if you really love this person and you want to actually try to fix it, just be open about it and bring up what you don't like in the friendship. Obviously I don't know what you mean by toxic friendship, because that could be anything, but if they're doing something that is bothering you, that's hurting you or whatever, literally just sit down with them and tell them, like, I don't like this and I feel like, you know, you're bringing me down, or I feel like you're doing this or whatever, or yeah, just talk about it if that's your friend. And if they don't understand and they don't want to fix it or like be considerate about your feelings, then cut them off. Even though you love the person, if they're not willing to like work on that with you, then just end the friendship, because there's no point in keeping a toxic friendship. It's just going to bring you down even more. What are some good self-care / maintenance tips that help with confidence? The things that I like to keep up with to help my confidence is just the little things like taking care of my skin, taking care of my hair, taking care of your body. I'm not very good at that because I eat like shit, but so just like having a skincare routine to kind of try to keep your skin clear, taking care of your hair and like actually doing your hair, because like instead of just like washing it, throwing it up in a bun and looking like a bum, you know, like trying to make yourself feel better by actually like maybe straightening it or curling it, whatever you like doing with your hair. Upgrade your closet. Like, you don't necessarily have to like spend a lot of money, but maybe just like go through your closet, get rid of the things that you don't wear anymore, have a look at new outfits that you can wear. Those little things I feel like really help me with my confidence. Eating healthier, go to the gym. Those are little things that I feel like could help you with your confidence. So a guy friend-zoned me because I didn't want to smash. What do I do? First of all, if a guy's friend-zoning you because you don't want to have sex, that guy's not for you, okay? It's pretty simple. Like, that guy's not for you. If he's friend-zoning you because he just doesn't like you like that, that's a different story. Even then, you just need to let it go. Like, there's really no point in hanging on to it, especially if he's like, okay, you don't want to have sex, I just want to be friends. Because why would you lower your standards for a guy? Like, if you are not the type to just have sex with anyone, don't lower your standard and don't just randomly start having sex with this guy just because if you don't have sex with him, he'll friend zone you. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. You're gonna regret it. So just honestly cut him off, let it go, move on, and you will find someone that actually will appreciate the fact that you don't want to have sex yet, and they will wait for you until you're ready and be good to you. How to stay positive and motivated to keep your goals. For me, that would be creating lists of things that I want to achieve, and then kind of, I don't know, just kind of plan out how I'm going to achieve those things. Also, things that just keep me motivated is Okay, might be really weird, but Pinterest motivates me so much. I don't know why. If there's something I want to do, like let's say I want to eat healthier. It could be anything, but let's say I want to eat healthier, right? Just create a Pinterest board and save a lot of like really good recipes and like tips and stuff, and that's gonna help motivate you. Like finding inspiration somewhere, that really helps me and keeps me inspired. I go through phases where I'm like super motivated, and then I kind of like fall out of it, and I just get back on. Like I write down my goals list again. I write down how I'm going to achieve it. I organize my life, like that organizing my life and having everything just be clean again and like organized, whatever, that helps me stay motivated as well. And then going on Pinterest for whatever goals I have and kind of looking up inspiration. I hope that makes sense. It might be really weird, but those are things that I do when I'm feeling down and I just feel very unmotivated, and it helps me. So, and planning out just my life, planning out my weeks, my months. Planning for me is a huge motivation, so that I know what I can expect and I know what I'm going to be doing on specific days. That really helps me. Does it bother you that you aren't in a relationship? Honestly, it doesn't. The things that I like about it is the fact that I just have a lot of time for myself. I have time to explore my life, my goals, myself, my hobbies and everything, and I can focus on work and just the stuff that I want to achieve. But obviously there's moments where you're like, I kind of want someone to cuddle right now, or want to go on a dinner date with someone, and yeah, but I'm honestly good. Like I don't even know if I'm ready for a relationship, honestly. Like sometimes I feel like I am, and I might be, like if I find the right person, I might be. To be honest, I have so much stuff to work on, and I don't feel like I'm actually ready to jump into a relationship yet, because there's just so much stuff that I need to work on myself. But not being in a relationship doesn't mean I don't talk to anyone. Like I feel like that's kind of the perk about it. Like you can talk to whoever you want if you're not in a relationship. Although I'm not the type of person, like I don't talk to like a whole lot of people, but yeah. How do you get over your man who isn't your man? Okay, this one, I get this one so often. First thing you need to do is stop checking up on him. Don't check his shit anymore. On Instagram, you can actually mute someone's account. Do this. Mute their posts and their stories so that you don't see it. Delete their number, and then find like a couple of goals or things for you to focus on. Or maybe you want to pick up a certain hobby, like kind of find some things to focus on. Go out with your friends a lot, hang out with your friends a lot, find a distraction, like do anything to distract you from that person. Be open to talking to other people. I'm not good at this. If I like one person, I find it very hard to talk to other people, but this does help. They can just, even if you don't see yourself dating this person, just talking to them for the attention can kind of help you forget that man that's not your man. That doesn't mean you have to do anything with them. Like even if it's just texting with someone that you think is cute but you don't really think is that cute, but like they're just fun to talk to, do it, because it's gonna help you just be distracted, and try to move on and just focus on yourself. Like do little things for yourself. I think that's it. That's what I do anyways when I'm trying to get over someone, and it's gonna take a while. I'm gonna have to tell you that. Like it doesn't just happen in a day. Like it's gonna take you a while, but eventually you'll be over that person and you'll be like, why was I ever even into them? Like they were so lame and so ugly and ew. Like I could do better. Do you ever get back with an ex? Why or why not? Well, I've actually never had, I've never been in a relationship. I guess it kind of depends on why you guys broke up. In my situation, I guess I would more so call it like getting back or talking to someone that I've talked to before again. Like when you talk to someone and then you guys kind of decide not to do it and then getting back with that person, I probably would, but it kind of depends on the person and how it ended. If it ended really badly and that person did, like if it's your ex who like cheated on you, no. But if it's just like maybe the timing that wasn't right and you guys decided to cut it off, then I would probably be open to it. Yeah, I think so. But it really depends on the person. Like there are some people that I can think of right now that I'd be like, okay, yeah, I would talk to them again. And then there's others that I'd be like, absolutely not, never, ever in my life. What kind of person were you in high school? Okay, so my first 2 years of high school, I was allowed as annoying as rude ass bitch. Like, I was not nice. I had my little friend group and I was close with them and I was nice to them, and anyone who tried to talk to me outside of my group or try to get in my group, I'd be a bitch too. Like, I was such a bitch. And then also teachers, some teachers I was really good with and I'd be nice to them and respectful, and then some others that annoyed me, like I'd be so disrespectful. Like, I feel bad for them now. Like, I would love to apologize. But yeah, and then my last 2 years of high school, I actually transferred to a different high school. I was very quiet, especially the first year at that school. I was really quiet because I actually got depressed. So I started to like kind of distance myself from everyone. So I was like a super quiet girl. And then my last year of high school, I was kind of in between, just like normal. I definitely have always have an opinion. Like, I won't ever let anyone walk over me. So even in my last year of high school, even though I used to be like the really quiet girl, if anyone tried to say some bullshit to me, whether that was a teacher or a student or whatever, like I would not take that shit. Or if they'd be like really mean to like one of my classmates that did not deserve it, I'd like speak up for them. I was kind of that person, I guess. Yeah, so I've been a couple different people in high school. It's just because I got depressed, so like everything just went downhill from there. But then my last year, I was like kind of how I am right now, with a little less attitude. I feel like I have more attitude now towards people that try to say bullshit to me. Back then, it kind of depended on who the person was. But yeah, that's who I was, I guess. Do you see yourself with a man or a woman for future life/family life? Okay, so I actually find this really hard to talk about because I feel like it's very controversial when you're bisexual and you, I don't know, voice your opinion about this, because people like to just make you feel like you're not bisexual and you're straight. But if I like look at my future and I envision my future, I honestly always see myself with a man, like marrying a man, having kids with a man. But if I were to fall in love with a girl right now and we'd stay together, you know, and eventually want to have kids and get married, like, it's not like I wouldn't do that. Like, that can still happen. But if I'm looking at my future now, I just always envision a man. But that doesn't mean that I wouldn't ever be able to marry a woman or have kids with a woman, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's kind of how I see it. It just really depends on who I fall in love with. Like, I've never been in love with anyone. And, you know, I've never really been in love with a girl or a guy. So that's still like a pretty open question for me. And we'll see who I end up with. Like, I really don't know. I could meet a girl next week and we'd be together forever. And I could meet a boy next week and we'd be together forever. So I don't really know. I think also what's kind of messing with my future, like my vision, is because I kind of see some, like, a specific person in there, which they're probably not going to be in there, but that's currently the vision that I have. And as long as I don't meet anyone else that kind of, you know, makes me think like, oh, I want to have a future with them, it's just gonna stay like that. So for right now, it's a man in my future, but I could meet a girl next week and be like, okay, no, I want her to be my wife. You know what I mean? Building confidence in an effective way / accepting yourself. Okay, so the thing that I have done is just fake it till you make it. I used to be extremely insecure, like when I went into puberty and stuff. Like, my self-confidence was so low. Like, I literally thought I was the ugliest person in the world. Like, I would not leave my house without makeup on. Like, it was really, really bad. I just faked it until I made it, because everyone actually thought I was really confident, because that's how I came across, because I faked it. Like, I acted like I was, and everyone believed that. Well, deep down I was super insecure. And then as time went by, like, I just slowly started to accept myself, and obviously there was things that I wanted to work on, that I wanted to change. And there still are things that I want to change, but overall, like, I could definitely say I'm a confident person now, and it's just because I faked it and people believed it, and then eventually I started believing it. And people will treat you differently when they can tell that you're confident. Let me tell you that, because when you walk around and you look really insecure, people are, I don't know how to explain it, but people are going to just treat you differently. So when you walk around and they can see that you're confident and you don't take anyone's bullshit, I don't know, they just treat you differently, and it's gonna make you feel different, and then you're gonna feel like a bad bitch and be like, First of all, I'm hot as fuck. Fake it until you make it and stop comparing yourself, but that's really hard. I do it all the time. I compare myself to so many people. Just try to accept what you have, and if there's anything you can change in a healthy way, I'm all for it. But if you can't change it in a healthy way, then you just need to learn to accept it, and that's gonna take a while. But yeah, and you're gonna have your days where you feel so insecure, because I have those too. Some days I'm like, I don't want anyone to see me right now because I look like a fucking pig. But most days I'd say I'm good. So yeah, it takes time, but you'll get there. How do you cope with not getting the attention you want from a guy you're interested in? This one's really hard. I don't cope with it well. I'm very stubborn, and if I want someone, I will get them, and it's going to annoy them, especially if they are trying to reject me. I don't take no for an answer very fast. Let me say that, because after a while, obviously, I'll have to accept it. I don't know, like, I feel like I usually find little sneaky ways to get their attention without them noticing that I'm trying to get their attention. And if they're just not giving me any attention at all, and they're just not showing, like, they're showing zero interest, I usually get turned off by that. So that's kind of how I deal with it. But if I really like them and they're showing me attention every now and then, or like showing that they're interested still every now and then, I have my sneaky ways of how I get them to show some interest, or like text me or send me something. I can maybe talk about that in the next girl talk. I don't know if you guys want to hear some tips and tricks on how to get a guy's attention without looking desperate for it, or like without making it seem like you're trying to get their attention. Because a girl is smart, okay? I know my ways. I know how to do it, and it's actually pretty easy. What side effects from birth control do you experience? Okay, so I'm on the pill. I've been on the pill since, I think, January. So it's been about 6 months. Side effects that I experienced, my boobs grew, which I loved, but I also have such bad cravings. Like, I will literally eat a tub of ice cream every day. I don't know why, like, I just have really bad cravings. And I feel like my skin has gotten better since I got on the pill, but my hormones are I wouldn't say they're imbalanced, but I can have really bad mood swings. So I think that's about it, what I can think of anyways. Yeah, so I think that's all I'm going to answer for today. I feel like this video is already going to be really long, but let me know if you want to see a part 3, and if you want me to do these once a month, because I'd love to do that. And again, follow me on my Instagram and keep an eye out on my story for whenever I will post another story, and you guys can ask me questions or topics to talk about. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and of course subscribe. Also make sure to turn on my post notifications so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.